So we're back again.
Much later.
An awful lot of messing around later.
Yes.
It got to that point where, with any retro project, where you're just like this, this is so frustrating, why does nothing work? And then you nearly just give up in a rage and throw it all down the stairs. But we powered through and it all works now.
Well, to a fashion.
Yeah, after a fashion.
The network card seems to be misbehaving itself, causing the system to freeze once you get to the desktop, which is bizarre. So the workaround is to disconnect the network card, boot up to the desktop, and then connect the network card, and that seems to behave itself.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Rather than we're not hot swapping PCI cards.
Yes, that's what he said. So basically, to get some software onto the machine when we thought we had no network connectivity, I burnt a CD with some software on that I had already been playing on my BeOS virtual machine on my Mac. So, and that's kind of saved the day somewhat. It saved us some time having to download some software. And I've also played around with the background, so just set a nice picture of when I was in Iceland. What were we going to test?
Well, we have figured out that for an older operating system, this can do quite a few cool things. So we've got web browsing, we've got some games, we've got some videos, and we've even got
FTP server.
FTP server, HTTP server, so a few other things.
The BeOS has a built-in web server called Poorman. So we've just literally connected, or turned that on, and made a HTML file in text edit, or styled edit I think it's called on BeOS.
Okay, which I'd love to demo this to you on some sort of vintage appropriate piece of hardware, but we don't have anything handy that has networking, so you're just going to have to deal with my smashed up old phone. And just pretend like I didn't have that loaded already. And where are my bookmarks? No, this isn't going well at all.
Just type the
Okay, there we go.
Press go. So we've had a request come in. You can see there isn't a fave icon, but it was requested. But this is the.
Welcome to the wonderful world of BeOS.
If we go to the home folder under public HTML, here, let's just make it a bit bigger so people can read it. Whoops, that's probably slightly too big, but anyway. So that's the HTML page that's now rendering over the network.
And we have FTP as well. It's built into the operating system that it's got an FTP server. So if I go on my phone and connect in, I can now find on my phone, I've got an MP3 file, which I'm going to copy over under here, and I'm not going to show what it is. Upload it. Otherwise to boot home folder.
Yep.
Do you want to proceed? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Uploading, there it goes.
Epic Sax Guy.
God damn it. I'm not supposed to know what it said.
Well, the file name says Epic Sax Guy.
Oh.
Anyway, so under the network preferences, bizarrely, there is a tick box that's here that says FTP server, and you can go in and change the username and password. So we've set a user of bbeige because the machine is called bbeige, and then password of password, and then Wolf has copied over this MP3 via FTP. Is it finished?
It's finished, I think, and we don't actually know whether the MP3 player works. It does.
This isn't copyright protected, is it?
I don't think so.
So we have audio working, have networking working, have the ability to get files in and out. So we know MP3s work. We've also got under sample media, no, that's which is. It's under option. We've got some sounds. We've got MIDI files.
reproduction is pretty good.
I felt there was a bit of crackling at the high end there, but
I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. That might be terrible.
also the quality. Let's go back to that one again. The quality I just noticed is that open?
There's some kind of reverb. What happens if you change that?
You can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah. That doesn't seem to make any difference.
No.
But I do like the idea that we're listening to that in Eagle's lab.
So there is one startup sound that I just want to quickly play that I have actually set, and there is a reason why I have set this. Do you know what this noise is?
No, it's all kind of funky instruments going on, but it doesn't mean anything to me.
So you know when you power on a Mac, you get the Mac chime.
Well, apparently not anymore.
Not anymore.
But yes.
Okay, when you used to power on the old Macs, you used to get the Mac chime. When you used to turn the BeOS on, the B-box on, you used to get that noise.
Ah. It's quite nice, that noise.
I don't know what that is. Whilst it's doing that, one of the system beeps I used to really like was sound. System beep, other, optional system. Kitty alert. I love that. So anytime.
Sounds like a cat falling through a wormhole.
Yeah, so anytime there's going to be a system alert, we'll now get. There we are. So I copied over some videos that I made, and I've had to re-encode them to get them to work, because obviously this doesn't support the codecs that we use today.
No H.264 support? No HEVC support?
No,
Oh.
it's about 20 years too old for that. So this is the same place, obviously, animated.
Where was it, sorry?
Iceland, Skogafoss.
Okay. While we're on the subject of Iceland, you know the longest place name or word
I do.
in Icelandic.
So about 10 years ago, there was absolute chaos across Europe because one of the volcanoes exploded and caused a lot of ash, basically grounded all the planes in Europe. And I wanted desperately to know how to pronounce the name of it. And when we went to Iceland the first time, I happened to talk to this chap who was from America, who lived in Iceland, who was with a Japanese company doing some video for their company. And he said, yeah, we've come to the Eyjafjallajökull glacier. And I was like, want to know how to pronounce that. So I said to him, how do you say it? And he said, Eyjafjallajökull. And it means island water glacier. So once I learned how to say Eyjafjallajökull, I was determined to learn the longest word in Icelandic, which means a key to the road storage shed used. The key to the tool storage shed used by road workers in Valaheiðar, which is apparently a hill or a mountain in Iceland. And that's the other one. Valaheiðar vegen in verkfæri geimsluskúr út til líka keepa fingur. So that's how you say that one.
Wow.
So I have a thing about Iceland, I love it. And there's a couple of other videos. One when we were driving in Florida. So these were taken on my iPhone and I've re-encoded them. Now it doesn't seem to do a decent job on scaling, unfortunately. So the larger you make it, the blockier it gets.
Yeah, we're not sure that the 3D acceleration is working in any way on this. Or I suppose this isn't 3D acceleration, but it doesn't. we would expect better results from this graphics card than we're getting.
Yeah, I mean, look at the CPU, it's maxed out right now.
I don't think we mentioned this, but we've swapped out the graphics card that we initially put in there for one with 32 meg of RAM, and it doesn't seem any better.
No, we're getting a few frames more, but nothing crazy.
And there was a complicated, well, not that complicated, but you have to boot it into failsafe mode. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, press the spacebar and it gives you an option and gives you the resolutions that you can run in failsafe mode, because otherwise it's just 640 by 480 and 4 shades of grey, and dragging and dropping is just horrendous.
So that allows you to boot an unsupported graphics card for long enough to get the driver installed.
And it only does 16-bit colour rather than 256 or higher, but it's better than, that's what I run in my VM on my laptop actually.
Yes.
So we both met each other, been friends for 20 odd years.
Yeah, a really long time.
On Internet Relay Chat, or IRC, and we used to chat on Dalnet in the Macintosh chat channel. So of course found an IRC client that will work with BeOS.
I didn't even own a Mac then. I was big into Macs when I was younger, and then I didn't have one for years, but I still hung out in the Macintosh channel and chatted to lots of other Macintosh fans and just generally had a fun time.
So I've met a few of the people that we used to chat with. So obviously I've met you, I've met Wanda over in America. Haven't met Blake Spot yet, dying to. Met Cyberpet she used to live in Sweden, I think. Actually, Wanda, she used to live, she was from Paris, but she lived in Switzerland. So I went to Switzerland, my first ever holiday on my own, met up with some stranger on the internet, which completely, my family thought I was crazy.
How old were you?
I was 18, literally. Got a passport, got a credit card, bought the flights, had an amazing 2-week holiday over there. She's a wonderful person. And I met her partner, who was Dan, I think, on IRC. And then I haven't met Frau K, but talked to her a lot. She bought a grill from Mark's old car.
Oh, right.
So I sent her some money over by PayPal, because this guy in Italy would only ship it to Germany or Italy. And we wanted it, so she shipped it over to us. Who else have I met? I've met a couple of others. Funky Butt in New Orleans, so I met her.
And Raven Evermore? Was that what he went by? Ash. I can't remember what Ash's
Ash
handle
was Raven and Random C.
Yeah.
And then a couple of others. But anyway, it was donkeys years ago.
I think Ash was the one who dragged me into the channel in the first place, because I met him through the Eddie Izzard fandom.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So at the moment we have a flashing little icon in the what you would call the system tray on Windows, which means somebody's saying something to us.
What's it called on the BeOS?
I don't know, the system tray. So
Discord D.
Hey Blake's online.
Hey
Blake. Stu and I are having some retro fun. We built a Pentium II PC and are currently booted into the BeOS. Screenshot. Big screen. Now that should save, I think, to the home directory. There we
Yay.
are.
What's it? TGA, was that Targa something?
Targa graphics something or other. So if we open that, we should be able to open it with the image editor and export it as a... Oh look, it just pinged. Dude. Alright, well we'll do ping because of... Oh, it was a bitmap on there actually.
Yeah, there was.
Well, bitmap will probably be huge. Save as...
Well, what are you going to do with this screenshot?
Just send it to the world. Let's do bitmap so we don't have fresh artifacts. Screen dot bump.
Of course, you can't just send it into the channel because IRC, you can't do that on
No.
IRC. There's no file sending with you.
You could do DCC. Remember?
Yes, I do.
Right, so that's busy. Rebuilt Pentium II. Right. So Blake is
Oh, dude, that's... Okay, that's enough IRC related shenanigans. You know what we haven't done? Games.
I was hoping that you would ask that, or say that, because how would you feel about playing Doom?
I would feel very excited about playing Doom. I'm actually surprised about, because I didn't really think there'd be that many games for this. But
So I'm slightly worried about setting it to full screen, because I don't know what the command is to quit. So there's also there's no sound meter that I know of in the BeOS to change the default sound level, apart from on the speakers. So shall we have a go? Well, actually, you can have a go because I'm not very good at Doom.
Right. What are the controls?
I don't know.
Oh, right, there we go. Armor. And find some monsters to shoot. There is a shotgun around here somewhere, I think.
I wonder what the CPU is doing at the moment. We should have opened up the pulse.
Yeah, let's open up Pulse.
Can you press escape to pause it?
There's no values right now.
Notifications.
Pretty pegged.
No, I don't know. I was about to plan back a video.
That's a door. Is that the door I came into? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm terrible at Doom as well. I went that way.
No, don't go that way. It's down that way, isn't it? Down that way. See, even I know that, but I'm not very good at it.
It's been this way.
Oh. Is there not a door behind? Oh, there's a door.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. There's a monster in the top. Run away! I don't know how you move sideways.
Yeah, I've gone straight.
Oh, alt. Oh, sorry. Hang on a minute. That's not alt.
And then through here. And finish. No secrets.
No, but I haven't pressed it.
So in summary, Doom is surprisingly playable on this. I don't know what it would be like on a Windows machine of a similar vintage.
I would have thought that you would probably have played it in DOS and it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So it's not stellar, but and it was very kind of grainy, but very playable. And sounds good.
We have a SNES emulator.
SNES.
And it's SNES,
SNES.
not SNES.
And not SNES.
Because it's quicker to say SNES. SNES.
SNES.
SNES.
SNES.
SNES.
SNES doesn't even sound like a word anymore.
No. And of course I own this game legally, which is why I have a wrong image of it. Or at least I used to. Scan lines. Oh dear, that was terrible. What? Well, that's kind of smoothed it. That's a really weird effect.
I want to know what Super Eagle is. Oh, that doesn't. Bad. Super Eagle apparently is bad. We've confused it.
Yeah, let's start the emulator again. Bad Wolf, bad. Apps.
It's really annoying that it doesn't remember where you were last time you opened it
Yeah.
wrong.
So seems to remember the smoothing. Let's turn double. Should we go full screen?
Yes.
So it does have Super Mario World.
So I was all about that. Oh no, Super Mario Land.
Well, anyway.
I was all about that Doom, but this is way more in your comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah. So I had a Super Nintendo when I was a child, and this was my favourite version of Mario on it. The emulator seems to do pretty well on this machine, considering it's only 266 megahertz.
Yeah.
There's no noticeable drop in audio.
The frame rate looks good.
There's very little screen tearing. Well, there's a little bit. Little cheat. This white block you basically hold down on and you go behind things.
That's got to be a bug rather than a cheat.
Well,
I would have thought.
possibly. So yeah, that seems to work pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't have any of the ROMs to show you, unfortunately.
What other games have we got?
Well, one that I'm not very familiar with.
Oh yeah.
So we've tried this before and we had some graphical glitches. And this will only run in full screen.
Yeah, most of the other games have opened up windowed and then you can make them full screen if you want, but this one just goes straight to full screen. This mouse is pointless, ignore the mouse. Let's see. Okay, we tried setting the options list. The menu system is a little bit ropey. Control issues. So you can see that the frame rate isn't stellar, but it is very playable. And the audio is really good. What's that down there? Ooh, another med kit. And you just kind of jump. Forgot my keys again. Jump up here and just kind of jump. Oh.
There's a noise. What's the noise? Is that a rat?
Rats. It is a rat.
Can you kill the rat? Is he going to attack you? No, he's not.
I like rats. I don't want to kill a rat.
I don't like their tails.
How is it possible to suck this one? Get on the bloody box! And it's like... Get on the box!
I think you're trying too hard. Stop. What if you just jump and press forward a little bit?
Okay, there we go. And then I can shut up.
Fall off the box!
I managed it last time.
I think this requires a hold and jump.
Maybe.
There is a certain internet personality who would be just crying right now, watching me. Jump! Jump! Yay! Oh, no, don't fall off.
Oh, forget it. Let's just go and shoot some people.
But it had the gun.
It did. No, I do need to get the gun because I need to make someone explode. That was so good. can fast forward this bit. We'll do a time lapse. So
We'll just cut it out. Right, don't move. Just turn around quickly. Right, now jump.
Yeah.
Hurrah!
I got it. Hey.
What's the noise? Is that one of them flying down?
I hope so, because then I can shoot him with this.
There he is. I don't see a palm tree.
Oh, wait.
Perhaps it was him.
Shooting me.
Oh, no, there he is. Oh, you killed yourself. Well, anyway, that's too new.
Yeah, so again, the frame rate's not brilliant, but it's very playable. The graphics look great, and the sound's really good. Sometimes you have to really whack the keyboard in this game. We think Duke Nukem has like overridden the keyboard controls in some way to make it so you just have to hit it really hard.
Because normally the keyboard's fine, but you have to really mash the keys. So, what else have we got on here? Do you remember this?
Oh, are we? What? Yes, let's do it.
Does anybody remember that? So, yeah, we've had a good couple of days, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been really nice getting to work together on a project. We suck at it. we keep,
Really bad.
Yeah, we keep flattening the batteries, running out of recording time, and I forgot to bring my proper camera with me, which has really annoyed me. We've been doing it all on mobile phones.
Yeah, so the video that you're watching at the moment, that is Wolf's Samsung Note 9, and I've got the iPhone 8 Plus behind me for the close-ups. And the batteries just keep dying,
Yeah.
and we keep running out of storage space, and we think we know what we're doing, and we just cock things up because we're just amateurs.
But I guess it's fun. It's much more fun. It's just been really enjoyable doing it.
I think if everything had gone to plan, it wouldn't have been half as fun. It would be like, oh, pop, 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 boxes built, job done. But now it's been like, oh, the network card's not working, and now the audio card's not working. But it was working a minute ago, what's the matter with it? So yeah, it's been good fun. We've both enjoyed each other's company.
Yeah. I can't remember whether I said this in a previous video, so if I did, we can just edit this out. But in terms of whether you want to build your own B machine like we did, it's fun, it's a good project, it's not too hard to do. The bits are all available on eBay for not too much money.
Yeah.
You said, how much did you say you were into this machine for?
It's probably about £125 at this point. That would be excluding things like the keyboard and the mouse, but not the mouse, the gamepad. Well, and the mouse actually. The problem that I have with this machine is because BeOS is very, very specific on hardware. Things like USB keyboards, they worked in 4.5 but didn't in version 5. So I thought, well, PS2 keyboard, put it in PS2 mouse. That's known good hardware.
Yeah.
And the gamepad unfortunately doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of stuck with the very, very sparse amount of software that you can use on the machine.
Yeah.
So I'll probably put Windows 9, dual boot it, Windows 98 and put some games on and play those using my Sidewinder gamepad.
So do you think you're going to hang on to this machine for a while?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This can be my new retro machine, and unless I get skimped one day and decide I need some money, but no, I shall be keeping it.
So thanks so much for letting us waste your time with our ineptitude. It's been really good fun. I hope you've enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, and there will probably be more videos of perhaps not collabs so much, or possibly collabs where Wolf records his video but then in his house and I do a video and we somehow cobble them together. And I don't quite know how that would work, but I'm sure that would be something that we'd probably look at. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and check out, hopefully wait for some more videos in the future.
Take care.
TTFN.
And now for a bonus outtake.
Now, LGR likes to smell things, and this kind of smells like a military tent.
I've never smelled a military tent, but
So my dad was in the military, so that's what.
do we actually have a game port?